sector is clear.
Give us everything we got! All wings.
Hey guys, so about an hour ago I came out of The Last Jedi. It was mediocre. I went with a friend of mine who's a hardcore Star Wars fan. He can pretty much tell me anything I need to know about the original trilogy. Be like, what's Han Solo's ship called? He'll tell me. What's the actual make and model? He'll tell me. What's it made out of? He knows. It's one of those types of guys. He came out of the film and went, meh. It wasn't good, wasn't bad. It was meh. So pretty much that tells me even he thought it was mediocre. Because after he said that, I'm pretty sure that's the definition of mediocre, and I was like, yep, yeah, it is. Anyway, so going into spoiler territory, this film doesn't try anything really all that new, and it doesn't develop any characters worthwhile like developing. Luke Skywalker, they did really good stuff with him. I really enjoyed what they did with his character, Princess Leia or General Leia, according to this new franchise, this new trilogy, which is fine. They did some pretty cool stuff with her. Unfortunately, Carrie Fisher passed away in real life, which means I'm not sure, and I guess you could say that this isn't a spoiler. I'm not sure what that means for episode 9 for her character. They said they're not going to have her in it because they want to recast. I feel like to do the story justice, they need to recast, but LucasArts will do whatever LucasArts wants to do along with Lucasfilm and Disney. They will do what they want to do, and we will get the movie we get, which I will probably not be seeing any Star Wars films that come out in the future. I'm not going to buy any more Star Wars games. I know you're watching the Battlefront 2. I did get that game. I will not be getting any more Star Wars games, probably, and I will not be watching any Star Wars films unless a friend of mine drags me to see them. But I will not plan on doing either one of those things, because this film didn't feel like a Star Wars film, in a sense. It did feel like a Star Wars film in that we have laser guns, we have the Stormtroopers, and we have the Rebels. I know they're called the Empire. I know they're called the First Order, and I know they're called the Resistance. But let's face it, it's the Empire versus the Rebels all over again. And earlier, my friend said, as a review, he's not actually going to be putting up his own review. He should, even though it would be just him ranting and him pissed off. Probably get a lot of views. The hardcore fan that I went with of Star Wars said, do not waste your money. Save it. Do not bother seeing this film. It is a steaming pile of crap. He did not say crap, he said the other word. But I'm trying not to swear. For me, I would say if you're a casual fan that kind of enjoys Star Wars but doesn't really give a shit, there I am swearing, breaking my trying not to swear rule. Whoops, sorry. Go see this movie. If you've never seen a Star Wars film and you want to check out what Star Wars is, I wouldn't recommend this film, but if you've never seen a Star Wars film and you got a couple of kids with you, fine. The Porgs, which are basically like little bird things, they look like birds mixed with like a chipmunk mixed with a penguin kind of thing. Kind of. Like if you watch the trailer, you'll see one of them in like a cockpit for Han Solo's ship with Chewbacca. Those things, they don't get annoying. They're all right. They exist, I guess. They're kind of cool, kind of, not really. So I don't want to spoil the film, so I can't really talk about it anymore. But I will be putting a picture of the tickets for the film up on Twitter, just so people can be like, oh, I don't think you really saw this movie. You're just being harsh. I'll give it a C+. Best I can give it. I tried to give it more higher score than that. I gave it a C+, but that's all I can give it. I will recommend this film to people who have to see a Star Wars film because it's called Star Wars and they just have to see it. They have to buy everything Star Wars. I'll recommend it to those guys because they're going to see it no matter what I say. I'll recommend it to people who've never seen a Star Wars movie and just want to go check it out. I'll recommend it to people who have kids and their kids want to go see a Star Wars movie because why not? It is definitely kid-friendly. This premise, not the story, but the premise is basically the First Order, which is, again, basically the Empire, has the Resistance, again, basically the rebels, on the run. So the Resistance is trying to escape the First Order. It's basically the premise of the whole movie. Other things happen, and there's other things, but that's like the core of this film. There's a story arc with Rey and Luke Skywalker, and again, Luke Skywalker is great. Rey's okay. I don't know her last name because the movie has never told us, either movie that she's been in. And they don't really tell us much about her in either of the films. Need to know a little bit more detail about her. I hope they eventually flesh out her background. I hope Finn, which is a stormtrooper turned resistance fighter, I hope he gets fleshed out more. So again, quick recap. And there's new characters in it. Rose didn't really work for me. The character that plays a decoder, basically a hacker. I don't want to go into what he does because spoilers. His character doesn't really work. Like it goes into the story like he plays some sort of role. Obviously, he's not just like I'm a guy, I do stuff and leaves. He actually does something for the story, but he doesn't feel like his character didn't work. It should have been done differently. And the story that they had Finn doing with Rose, that plot line, while I got what they were going with and I got where they were going, what they were going for, it didn't fit. Like it what they were told to do and what the story they gave those characters didn't mesh well, I'll say. Because I don't want to go into spoilers, so saying it didn't work without giving you guys details is kind of hard. But again, it didn't work. But again, so I'll give this movie a C+. Luke Skywalker's stuff is great. Another character from the original trilogy, the original trilogy shows up. And again, I was a casual fan, so I saw this movie. Now I'm a guy that knows about Star Wars. So take that as you will. I don't feel like this movie pushes the boundaries enough, and I don't feel like they don't do anything new. Like, I've seen this movie before in a Star Wars film, and that was a much better film. I also feel like they need to hire flesh. They need to hire fresh blood, meaning they need to hire new people to help write. Sure, keep a couple of the old writers on so they can shepherd the new writers, but let the new writers stretch their legs. Let them try something different, something new that hasn't been done before in Star Wars. So, the movie gets a C+. I can't give it much more than that, I'm sorry. I can't give it more than that. I'm going to do more reviews in the future. Probably not of Star Wars, though. Thanks for watching my quick little review here. Catch you guys in the future. Bye-bye.